Hello, sister friends. We are discussing episode 22 of Sister Wives. I would characterize this episode as lies, excuses, more lies, more excuses, more lies, and more excuses. Let's talk about it. Well, it starts off with the good stuff right at the top. We have Janelle and Mary meeting each other in Flagstaff on the Coyote Pass property. This is so much better than any scene that they have with Robyn and Kody. So much better. Light years better. Not even comparable. So we start off again with the discussion that we've gone over many times, and that is how the land is divided into the 4 parcels, which are roughly 2 acres, 2 acres, 4 acres, 4 acres. A little bit different than that. Kody is the one that when he purchased it, put the names on the properties. The women were not involved in it whatsoever. In that process, he managed to put his name on all the properties.
Figures.
Robyn's name on 2 of them. Janelle's name on 2 of them. Christine's name was on 1. Mary's name was on 1. Well, Christine's no longer on 1 at all anymore. In terms of the fact that the properties had different amount of acreage, Mary has the absolute least amount in the end. She literally only has like 2 acres of land to her name out of the 14 acres as it is listed right now.
Or when we all signed the papers, like when he assigned who was on each piece, I should have been a little speaking up for myself.
I questioned him on that, and I got in trouble for questioning.
Yeah,
like there was a couple of people in the family that were not happy with me for questioning.
You would say something, he would do this thing like, well, you're not being a team player. Like he'd make you feel bad for bringing up a question.
What Mary and Janelle are really pushing for is just that it all gets divided equally. All 4 of them get a 4th. I find that not to be fair whatsoever. I don't think Kody should get any of it. I really don't. Kody is married to Robyn. He gets half of everything she has. And she has a lot because the wives have given her so much. And he has given her so much. He admits it. But he's greedy, and he wants he and Robyn to take half of Coyote Pass. And we will see that he believes that that's not even fair.
Greed!
We'll get there. Janelle makes it very clear that she has been trying to correspond with him for a very long time, and he has done nothing. So she lawyered up. And Kody didn't like it, because Kody doesn't like it when people make him do something. He's the man of talk, no doing at all. I do believe Maddie even said that in the last episode. And I don't think I put it in the video, so I'll go back and I'll splice it in here just for fun. Why? Because I like to make more work for myself.
What's great is you guys are going to do stuff on the property. You're buying property, but you're going to do something on it. That is great. Because we bought property and didn't do anything.
I don't think Kody Brown's capable of doing. He just talks a lot.
Janelle admits that part of her wants to just pick up and walk away and just say, whatever, I wash my hands of it. That infuriates me because that's exactly what he wants. He'll drag them along until they just are so sick of it that they're like, okay, whatever. I think he's done that their entire marriage. That's how he's gotten away with everything. I don't know. We'll see. Drag his feet until the wives are like, okay, whatever. I'll either do it myself or I'll just forget about it or I'll get somebody else to do it. And then he is like, okay, great. I don't have to do it anymore. Mary is like, I'm fighting for this.
Atta girl.
And Janelle should be doing the same. Because you remember last season, she was ready to dig her heels in and get her money out of that property that Robyn is sitting in right now. She wanted her money out of that house. We're not hearing a word about that right now. And that really angers me.
I said when I gave him the money for the house, I said, why don't you put our names on that title? Well, Robyn needs her estate. I'm so dumb.
That angers me more than Coyote Pass. I don't know why. Maybe because it's directly related to Robyn and how Robyn was just so confused on how to figure out the money Janelle put in, how much she should give back to her. I don't know. Let's say she put in $100,000. How much money would I give back to her after I sell the house? How would one figure that out?
It's like, how do you calculate? How do you figure that out? It's so confusing.
Don't play dumb with me.
Oh, makes me mad. Probably the best part of this episode is the talking head interview with Janelle, when she just spits facts and says it like it is. And that is calling out Kody for saying, oh, listen, I just realized I fell in love with this young, sweet, pretty young thing that's a Diesel Jeans model now. And Janelle's like, well, that's great. Because she wasn't around for the past 15 years when we went through it, when we went through the trenches, when we had nothing and we struggled. She hasn't done that. She hasn't seen any of that. She showed up at the end when all the money was here and the fame was here, and she doesn't know struggle. She doesn't know. She showed up with debt. We paid off her debt. We've made her life so easy. And you thought it was tough with us at the beginning? Well, yeah, because we were struggling to make ends meet. We had to learn to work together and love each other when it was hard and tough and rough. And so we have the battle wounds to show and the scars to show for all those years going through it. So now when she shows up and is like, I don't understand why everyone's just not all so sweet and nice with each other all the time. Well, you weren't here during all of that. You showed up when we worked through it all. So get over yourself. And Kody, grow up, open your eyes, and realize that. But he's so dumb. He doesn't even get it now. He's so blinded by Robyn that he can't even look back and say, oh yeah.
I don't get it.
Because I don't even think he saw what they went through for those 15 years. Because he would just disappear. He would leave. He wouldn't be around all day. And that's a separate video that's coming out soon. We'll talk about that. I've got some receipts. But moving on, let's listen to what Janelle has to say.
She's everything I want. And I'm thinking, that's rich, dude.
Quote.
That's rich, dude. We went through all the starving years when I was holding my bra together with diaper pins and we were broke. We went through all your crazy, let's move here, let's move there. We've been through all of this with you, and she's not been through that with you. You just take your little Diesel Jeans model and just go live happily ever after.
We have a scene in Christine's kitchen, which moves to her bedroom, where Kelty and Christine want to, again, just talk about sex.
So what are you going to do for Valentine's Day besides have amazing hair? I really like it. I'm going to work. Oh. Sex.
Aspen just wants to roll her eyes.
Poor thing.
Okay.
I already need a break from the Kelty.
And I'm just over it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about it. Because I don't find it funny or endearing anymore. I'm just over it. My cats want to be fed. They do this when they're hungry. Okay. So we're going to blow past this one quickly. But I will say that McKelty and Aspen look beautiful. We have the wives talk about Valentine's Day.
For the 15th time.
And we've had so many episodes where they talk about Valentine's Day that I'm really surprised that we're doing it again.
Yet here we are.
You know, if he's going to do something for somebody, he's got to do something for someone else, too. It's just a complicated holiday.
Why is that funny?
Valentine's Day is always a little hard to navigate, right? And so we ended up usually doing a big party. Most plural families I knew did just a big party that involved all the kids or the adults or whatever.
I do believe that Robyn probably got special treatment. I bet she got a special gift on whatever night Kody was around Valentine's Day. And special treat.
Ew.
We'll hear about it. It'll give it a few years, but we'll eventually hear about it. They can't let us know about it now. I talked about this in the members live stream, because if they reveal that now, then the other wives are going to say, see, we knew it. We knew that special stuff was happening, and this was the breakdown of the marriages, because he was doing special stuff with her that he wasn't doing with us. He had a different relationship. He wasn't treating the wives equally, but he kept claiming he was, so he was gaslighting us. I think he was gaslighting them, but I think he's smart enough to not admit it yet. When it came to giving special attention to the wives, Robyn just can't understand why in this family they couldn't all show affection in front of the other wives. I mean, I don't know. Are you stupid? It just seems so obvious. But to me, it's just as obvious as to why polygamy wouldn't work. So I guess if you go into a polygamous relationship thinking this is a great idea and it's going to work, then you would also think that being affectionate in front of the other wives is also a great idea. According to Kody, he was real affectionate with Mary at the beginning, and we read in the Sister Wives book that that was a big problem for Janelle because Mary was always on his lap and snuggling with him when Janelle first came into the marriage and relationship.
When Mary and I got married, Mary was clingy. She was all over me. She was always all over me. Mary would be sitting on my lap in front of Janelle while we were courting.
Kody blames it all on Mary. He said that she was needy and clingy, were his words, I believe. And he was like, he had nothing to do with it. And he had the inability to tell her, I think that you should maybe sit next to me. Or, I think that I'm going to hold Janelle's hand during this movie. Apparently, he had no tongue and he had the inability to speak during these situations because he takes no responsibility. It was all Mary's fault.
What happened? Your balls drop off?
And Janelle's mother approached Kody and said, Janelle is really having a hard time with this. And so he and Mary cooled it off, which probably also led to the problem in the marriage because I am sure Kody did not handle it properly and tell Mary, I've been thinking, I don't think this is a great idea for our relationships in general. I am certain Kody told Mary, Janelle's mom came and said that Janelle's having a hard time with this, so you need to stop being so clingy with me, creating an even larger wedge between Mary and Janelle, because it seems very clear that from the beginning, Kody has done all he can to put animosity between all of the wives, but then claim, I don't understand why my wives don't get along. He never liked it when they would get along and they'd be laughing and giggling, especially if they would laugh and giggle about circumstances that related to Kody. Oh, drive him crazy. So Christine goes upstairs to do a fashion show of what she should wear for Valentine's Day. McKelty's like, I need to see something sexier. Truly is mortified by it all, of which Truly wasn't even there, but Christine went to grab Truly for this. So clearly this is not Truly's thing, but Christine had her come anyway. So Truly's like, McKelty's laughing. She thinks it's hysterical. Eventually, Truly had enough. She's like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm done with this. Christy's like, no. I'll behave myself now. Come back.
I'm gonna go get True, and I'll bring her down.
Okay.
Or that.
Do you have anything
one.
sexier?
I'm not gonna put it on now.
Please don't. Can we? I'm sorry. Wow. Okay. It's not your wedding all over again. We don't need to see that again. Okay, I'm going to my room. Y'all have fun. Okay, wait.
Truly precious angel baby.
No,
I'll behave myself.
Okay. Y'all have fun.
Truly has to live with newlyweds. She just doesn't. It's not her favorite thing.
Heck, all I can say is I felt for Truly in this scene. Poor Truly. She didn't want to be there in the first place. She was dragged in. I feel for Truly. But then after the commercial break, we go back to Coyote Pass. So it's okay. We're okay. All is well in the world. Let's talk finances and land. That's my favorite topic. Yeah! Okay, all I know for certain is that, so we know that Janelle said she's working on the tax returns. I don't know if that means she's working on the tax returns for this year or she's working on collecting all the tax returns from years past, which is what I think she's doing, that she still has access to all the prior tax returns. So that's making me very excited. It's making me excited for the future of potential lawsuits and getting what's theirs, but we haven't heard anything about that. So you could, I don't know, do something with that information. I don't know. The other thing that she said that she's collecting is...
Yes.
She also said she has a lot of the property contracts where they all signed off. So I'm thinking going back to like Lehigh and previous contracts where they would all sign off on them, maybe just showing an establishment of we are one family, we always work together, our money was always together, and now all of a sudden he's saying, nope, not anymore. And they're saying, well, wait a minute, you can't just say this is yours and, we've always, this is showing a pattern. I'm hypothesizing because we don't have any other details in here. I'm hoping they're editing it like they actually gave a lot more detail and information, and we're going to get it in the tell-all, or we're going to get it in another future episode. Or maybe,
What? Tell me.
there's a lawsuit going on and they just couldn't broadcast it. I'm happy with that. That would be my number one choice. And Mary just said, I got most everything, and next week I'll get it sent off to the lawyer. What most everything is, I don't know. Again, maybe because it's being televised and maybe because it is a legal situation, they couldn't say specifically. Oh, from my hopes to God's ears. Does it work that way? I don't know.
No.
I don't think so. A girl can wish. So Mary is disgusted and sick over the fact that she has to lawyer up. 6 months plus goes by. Kody crickets. Doesn't respond at all. So she's lawyering up. She said she would. She's following through. Because that's what most people do. When they say they're going to do something, they do it. And Kody doesn't understand this. He says he's going to do something, and then he just never does. Or he drags his feet until eventually somebody else does, and then he tags on and then claims that he did it. Throws his name to it in the end after somebody else follows through. He just can't do anything. How did the houses get built down in Vegas? Well, because it was an established company there. It was a system. They just went down and they picked out, yep, these are our choices of carpeting. I like that one. These are our choices for different types of roofs. I like that one. These are the floor plans. You have a choice of 3 different ones. I like that one. You want a wet bar? That means you have to have the 5th bedroom. We know that now from Mary's house. You had limited options. He didn't have to arrange to have contractors come and do this or contractors come and do that. It was all-inclusive, one price. It's like going to an all-inclusive resort. But for him to go to raw land and figure out how to get all the utilities there and get the contractors there to build it, they should have known better. It would never happen. This is Kody Brown. Things don't get done.
We put this money in to the family that was supposed to be for the family, and now it's fair that we get this. Kody and Robyn don't just get to benefit from things that I contributed to. They don't get to keep it all.
These are words we've been screaming now for I don't know how many years, but Mary now sees it. She wants her money from the land back. I'm glad. I want them to get their money that they put into Robyn's house back too. I really, really, really do. But at least the land they get back.
It makes me sick thinking that I have to bring a lawyer into this, but my communication is falling on deaf ears.
Jen says, she says, Mary, he brought it on himself. You warned him. You told him in the email, hey, let's do this or I'm going to have to get some lawyers involved. And he's ignored you this whole time.
Yeah.
He hasn't even had the decency to have a conversation about it.
I just can't believe she put in writing, let's just get together and talk about this so we can work it out. So we don't have to get lawyers involved. And that he can't even respond and say, I'm still thinking about it. Like nothing. Crickets. What does Doofus have to say?
They keep complaining about something they gave to the family. Everybody did that.
They keep complaining about something they gave to the family. Everybody did that. Okay, well, Christine got her part out because she took the money that was put into the house out. Was it equal in the end? I don't know. Probably not, but she didn't care. She wanted out so bad. So yeah, she left her part of Coyote Pass there, but she took the equity from the house away. So she got her part out. Okay. They want their part out. So where's the problem here? Everybody did that, and everybody's going to get their part out. Why the snarl?
Robyn's money from her house paid family debts.
Robyn's money from her house paid family debts. Pause. Back up. Okay. That line makes me really, really, really angry. Robyn's money from her house paid off Christine's house because Christine's house wasn't sold yet. Okay. Robyn moves to Flagstaff. She's in a rental. Quite nice rental, quite frankly. As soon as Christine's house sold, she paid Robyn back. That's the word on the street anyway, okay? This is what I've heard secondhand. All right, so we're all equal now. But let's back up. The 3 wives paid off Robyn's $30,000 worth of debt when she came into the family. I do not believe that Robyn ever paid them back because they just gave. Because that was the philosophy in the family at the time. We all just help each other. Robyn came from a different mindset of, I take, you give, but I take. So I guess we should acknowledge that there was an instance where Robyn did give. She loaned.
Yeah, that's accurate.
She didn't give, to be clear. It wasn't a gift, it was a loan. She temporarily loaned. Christine sold the house and gave back. But then Robyn needed to buy the mansion on the hill, and she took money from Janelle to do so. And my understanding was Mary as well. Now, there's not a lot of conversation about that between Mary and her, and maybe it's because they were considered friends and Mary just let it be water under the bridge. The only conversation we really hear about it is from Janelle. So all I can say for a fact is Janelle gave a huge hunk of money from the sale of her house in Vegas to Robyn to buy her mansion on the hill. Janelle was never paid back. So that equity is still in Robyn's house. Okay. So yes, Robyn loaned money. Robyn got her money back. And yes, Robyn was gifted money to pay off $30,000 in her debt. Robyn never paid anybody that money back. And yes, Robyn was gifted a lot of money. I don't know how much. My guess, somewhere between $50,000 to $150,000 to buy her house. She never paid that money back either. But go ahead, Kody. Let's talk about how great Robyn is in giving other people money.
It was tight. Somebody paid this and somebody paid that. We're all working together.
We won't use anyone's name in particular because we can't. Because, we're not really all working together. But okay. We got to remember, Robyn came into the family with debt. She never got a job, but she did acquire a nanny, a live-in nanny, for almost the whole time she was there. Even though she had sister wives volunteering to watch her kids and were hurt that she wouldn't allow them to watch her kids.
And then you decide to break up? Well, you guys are all leaving, so what, you want me to take Robyn, what Robyn has, and take from that? I mean, the only assets I have are what were Robyn's assets.
You are a liar!
Okay, hold off. First of all, we have learned in previous seasons that Kody got a chunk of the money, that each wife had money that they had to spend for themselves and their kids, and Kody got a chunk of money as well. It wasn't like he had to share the money with each one of the wives. He had his own money.
Janelle took care of her household. Christine took care of her household. Robyn took care of her household. Mary took care of her household. Then I focused mostly on sort of getting the cars for the kids, basically had a fleet, insuring the cars for the kids.
So when he goes and lives in Robyn's house, they have double the money always. But now he's making it sound like,
I'm poor.
Well, I know we have double the money, but if you take your own money away, if I don't get to keep your money when you leave, I'm just stuck with just our money here. That's not fair. I have to live on just her money? I'm used to living on all of your money. That's the reality of it. Hey there, sister friends. You're halfway through the episode, and this is your opportunity to hit the like button, write a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you feel compelled, you can become a channel member as well. There are 3 different tier levels, and you can click on the membership button to learn all about those. One free way you can support the channel is before you do your Amazon shopping, clicking on one of my links down below. First, checking out one of those 2 items, and then going ahead and doing your shopping. Whether you purchase them or not, it doesn't matter. It still helps my channel, and I appreciate you. Now let's get back to the review. He's trying to make it seem like you're going to make me live off of just her money? That's not fair to her.
You are a liar!
Even Robyn said, we didn't pool our money together until after the other wives left. Like, making it clear Kody had his money too.
Kody and my money has always been separate up until Christine and Janelle chose and asked to be out of the family financially.
We knew Kody had his money. He even said the kids would all come to me for things because, you know, they knew I had the money. All right, it's indisputable that he had his own money. Indisputable. It's come up many times on the show. I'm not even going to try to pull clips. This is just a bunch of BS.
Me and Robyn, who have dropped so much more money on Coyote Pass.
You are a liar!
He and Robyn did not drop so much more money on Coyote Pass. No. First of all, you got to remember Christine dropped some money on that, too. I mean, like, it's such a skewed version of everything. If he was taking money out of the family fund and paying it off and saying that that was his money, was that what he was doing? I paid this because I pulled it out of the family fund. I want a forensic accountant. I call foul. I call foul on this whole conversation. There is no way. No way. I 100% believe beyond a shadow of a doubt he's using family fund money and calling it his money, because he's using his money to go out to fancy restaurants and go gambling and buy convertible cars and get new clothes and have Rolex watches. That's what he's spending his money on, while Janelle's holding her bras together with safety pins, living in a trailer on property that doesn't have running water, just to be clear. But it's not fair. People want to take their own money out of the estate.
Right.
Does he think we are buying anything he's saying? I don't know. Does he believe it? I don't know.
I paid $160,000 more than anybody else paid for Coyote Pass.
You are a liar!
I love that he came out with a specific number. Because there's the whole, I bought one of those parcels by myself video that we had from the past. Now we have, I spent $160,000 of my money. I want to see it. You show me how that was your money, not family funds. Your money, of which, oh, now we know you have money. Because 2 seconds ago, you made it seem like you have to live off of Robyn's money, like you had no money.
Well, you guys are all leaving, so what, you want me to take Robyn, what Robyn has, and take from that? I mean, the only assets I have are what were Robyn's assets.
Oh, wait, you do have your own money? So the two of you have double the amount of money those wives had.
I thought so.
Gotcha.
So you do have an equal amount of money. So you should have been putting in. I mean, if that land is worth over $1 million, you should have put in $160,000, right? So you put in $160,000 more. Give us specifics. Why did you put your name on absolutely everything? I have so many questions. And exactly how much money did everybody put in? Was it all bought with family funds? How did it work? It's probably a big mess to try to figure it out, because before Robyn, the other wives probably didn't care or keep track of it because they really worked as one family unit till Robyn came. She just distorted the whole thing because she was so greedy. And because you naturally are so greedy. I mean, that was clear from the beginning. The wives had so little. They have stale, moldy bread. They're buying in bulk. They're living on food stamps. They're trying to make ends meet. And you're flitting around in convertible sports cars, completely unaware of the optics of this whole situation. So really, he and Robyn are a match made in heaven. But put them together, and that was the toxicity that just blew up the family.
Okay, let's get back on track here.
All right, $160,000. I need more specifics than that. I need more specifics.
I want to sell Coyote Pass, but I don't think Robyn's in the space where she wants to sell it. I'm not rushing Robyn for the sake of marrying Janelle.
Okay, so they've had this property for 7 years. The women have all left. So Robyn and Kody don't own it all, which means you have to get rid of it. So now it's been like over a year. They've been trying to sell the property, get Kody to sell the property. He won't. He's dragging his feet. He won't respond because he doesn't think, I don't know why he doesn't know, but according to his words, he doesn't think Robyn wants to sell it. Well, who cares? She doesn't have a choice. She has to sell it. You have to sell it. It's not hers.
Well, she can't keep it. It's not fair.
She has to get rid of it. Robyn doesn't always get what Robyn wants. Her name is not on the whole property. It's not hers. You have to sell. Such a shame that clearly he gives Robyn whatever she wants. Always. And she wants the property. And he cannot figure out how to give her the property. So he's just dragging his feet, hoping that Janelle will do what Janelle's almost willing to do, which is just wash her hands of it. Thank God for Mary. It's kind of maddening to watch this. You can see how emasculated Kody is in the relationship with Robyn. Robyn wears the pants, 100%. She wants a property. He doesn't know what to. He came right out and said that. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
I thought at first when he said he didn't know what to do, he literally just didn't know what to do. I don't know what steps to take to like sell this and divide it up. I don't know what to do next. So I do nothing. Because that's kind of a pattern we've seen him do in the past. Like, I don't know what comes to big boy decisions, how to make them. So I just like do nothing. I just freeze. Usually a wife steps in and just handles things. But I think in this situation, he literally is like, oh my gosh, Robyn wants the whole property, but we don't have the money to buy the whole property. So I don't know what to do. What do I do? If I just do nothing for a while, the other wives will just like get frustrated and just walk away from it and give it to us. Which I think they did with their house. So they do get their way in the end. Oh, I'm so angry about it. So angry. He's not going to rush Robyn for the sake of Mary and Janelle. Bad move, Kody. Even though it's been a year, I'm still not going to do what's best.
I'm whipped.
Robyn trumps everything in his world. When he said last week, she can take me for everything, oh, she can. Part of me sometimes wants her to, just to show him what a fool he is. But then I don't, because I don't want her to get everything. I'm conflicted.
I'm not trying to cause any problems.
Stupid laugh. How can you not respond to people for a year who threatened legal action and say you're not trying to cause any problems? Because your wife can't make up her mind.
It's Valentine's Day. Robyn and I like to get the kids special gifts on Valentine's Day. So we got Ariel a vanity. We're going to build that for her.
It's Valentine's Day. So on the day of Valentine's Day, at the very last minute, true to form of Kody Brown, we are going to assemble an entire vanity for his daughter. I don't know why he's giving such an extravagant gift. Apparently he gives all his kids gifts on Valentine's Day because I don't know why. And not like a box of chocolates or a rose or a nice note that he wrote them or something. No, a whole frickin' assembled vanity set with light up lights and everything. Why? Because he's trying to show them, you don't need a man to validate you. I just want you to know you have your father's love and you're good enough for who you are. Just believe in yourself. Nothing says that like a vanity mirror where you can put on tons of makeup. You too can look like a clown just like your mama. What is she? 10? And right before she gets home, they're almost done, but not quite done. Of course, you know that they had to run outside and say, stay in the garage or something, because it was nowhere near done at the time they heard her come in. Then magically, the mirror and everything and the lights and all that were all ready to put together. And then it's like, oh, I think they're coming now. So obviously they're like, okay, stay out there for a second. We have something to surprise you with, but we're not ready. And then I thought it was funny because he said that she had a strong personality, and so she's real loving or really angry. I'm like, well, sounds like her father. And then he goes, she's just like me. There you go.
When she's disappointed, she is mean to me. But when she's really happy, it's like, Dad, you're the best dad in the whole world. I love you so much.
I've always said she's the one that's going to write the best book one day. I hope. I really feel like she's the one that's going to truly speak her mind. The older girls aren't. They really got brainwashed. But she doesn't seem like she's brainwashed. At least not yet. Solomon's not going to say a word. I don't think Dayton will either. But Ari, my money's on Ari. I do like the fact that he made a point to say, Robyn, you do like to shop.
You're the shopping queen.
I look pretty cute to me.
It's the first time that he has verbalized and announced it on the show. Because everybody knows Robyn likes to shop. And of course, we all know about the $60,000+ Etsy account that really pretty much only bought American Girl dolls and American Girl doll accessories and clothes. That after people found out about it, got shut down. Yep, the lady likes to shop. Where does she store all of them? because I haven't seen one doll in the house. I don't know if there's a separate room that cameras have never been in, or is there just another storage unit? Like maybe she's collecting them, so someday she'll sell them and make a whole bunch of money, just like Precious Moments and Beanie Babies.
Whoa, there's a lot of pieces.
There's a lot of styrofoam.
Ari likes to put on makeup, and I have to constantly make sure she's not walking out the door to school with makeup on.
I'm going to start keeping track of the constantlys too. Okay, so we have experience, which is our drinking word. I don't think I want to drink on constantly. I think I'm just going to always just point it out because we use constantly in this family. The only problem of doing that is that I heard myself say it the other day, and I'm afraid that because this family says it so much that it's starting to seep into my own personal lexicon, which scares me. It's a Brown family thing. Kody says it the most. Robyn says it a lot, but I hear it in Christine and Janelle and Mary as well. If you haven't noticed, I'm going to start pointing it out. Here we go. I think we had one earlier in this episode and I didn't point it out. Shoot. Anyway, we'll continue on. They open up this big box, like from IKEA. Has 99,000 pieces. Kody admits they opened the box up 45 minutes before she gets home. 45 minutes. Great planning. Great planning. How many people want to bet PAs and production came in and they were helping them out? There is no way those two brains got together and put that thing together in 45 minutes. There's no way. And when they heard them, the two of them went out to the garage and they were talking to them to distract them. And the production staff finished up putting that thing together. And then they came in and made it look like they finished it up and then called them in. I know it. I just know it. Gosh, I wish I knew somebody on production in this show.
Robyn likes to refer to me as Babe Ruth.
Oh, it's a hard no, babe.
I'm either going to hit it out of the park or strike out. Sometimes I'm like planning from beginning to end the perfect experience. And other times I'm completely dropping the ball.
That's called being inconsistent. That's called not being reliable. That's called not being the man. But we can call it Babe Ruth if that's what you want to. Okay, fine.
They decided before I even came to the family to not show affection in front of each other, and I always saw it as a mistake.
Of course you did.
I think it made each of us wives feel kind of alone.
Again, it's convenient for Robyn, who has the love, attention, and soulmate relationship with Kody, to say, I feel like we should be showing affection with each other and in front of each other, knowing that he will be affectionate with her. Whereas he does not have that connection with the other wives, so he would not be showing that affection with the other wives in front of Robyn. And if he did, it would be an act and it would be fake. So basically she's saying, I just want to show off my affection with him. I just want to be able to have him be touchy-feely with me in front of you. I just want to rub it in. How nice. That would be the opposite of putting a cloak of charity on. A cloak of charity would be demonstrating your inhibitions, controlling yourself when you're all together, behaving yourself, and being kind to the other wives by not showing physical affection to their husband in front of them. Why is this a difficult concept? She's a rotten sister wife.
In plural marriage, there's a lot of insecurity just because there's so much sharing. It would have made each wife feel more secure.
Not each wife, you.
And more comfortable if Kody would have been able to show affection, or we would have been able to show affection to him.
You can, just not in front of each other.
This is clearly the plan of an idiot.
Oh, she's so dumb. She's dumb as a box of rocks. She just got finished saying there's a bunch of insecurity in a plural marriage. It's difficult because you have to share and everything. So I think it'll be better if we are affectionate in front of each other. Like, oh, could we make it worse? Oh, God, she's so dumb. She's so dumb. Talk about making a bad situation worse is to see him do that with somebody else when you're already feeling insecure. You want to feel more bonded with him? You want him to do that with you? Okay, just don't do it in front of the other wives.
I guess it was all just a game to her.
Y'all live separately anyway. He can do that with you all the time. You live in separate houses. You're rarely with each other.
She knows what she's doing.
Go out to dinner. You want to do it? She seems to need to do it in a public setting. Fine, go to dinner, go to the mall. You do it anyway. You're shopping all the time. You're out getting your nails done, getting your hair done. Have him touch you in the small of your back when you're there. This is not a problem. She's always a victim. She's always a victim. But she could turn any situation into a tragedy for herself.
Sure, yeah, we dealt with some little bit of jealousy, but we did anyway.
Oh, I see. It's going to make more jealousy, but we're jealous anyway, so just pile on. That's going to make the relationship stronger.
This is pure evil.
She's talking out of both sides of her mouth. See, what you gotta understand is Robyn was never jealous. So for her, it's gonna make her relationship stronger. She's not jealous. She's never been jealous of anyone else because she knows she's top wife. They're jealous, but yeah, they already are, so they'll be more jealous. Who cares? In the end, I get what I want as top wife.
It was okay to fight in front of each other.
Lies. I think it was okay. I don't think it was ever the plan. And I don't think they ever said, oh, we can have fights in front of each other. That's fine. No, I don't think it was okay. I think it happened at times. But I don't think they said, when we have fights, we can do that in front of each other and that's all great. No.
It was okay to sit there and get edgy with each other.
Lies. I don't think it was okay to get edgy with each other either. Another lie. Again, I don't think that was part of the marriage. It's like, okay, we are not allowed to show affection in front of each other, but it's okay to fight and be edgy with each other. That's fine. Like, no, I don't think that was okay. I think it just happened at times. Just like I'm sure at times he was touchy-feely with you in front of the other wives. Even though he wasn't supposed to be.
But it wasn't okay to show love.
Lies again. He was allowed to show love. There's a difference between being touchy and grabby and kissy in front of people and showing love. There's a lot of ways you can show love that are not physical touch. And he did hug the wives in front of each other. And he even gave kisses. He even kissed the wives in front of each other. So I don't know how much she wanted affection. She wanted to sit on each other's laps and all that stuff for extended periods of time. It's not okay. That was not okay. But he could show love to them.
Support.
Lies. He absolutely could show support. He didn't. Because he's Kody Brown. He didn't know how, and he didn't want to. That's the truth of it. There was nothing in the vows, nothing in the ordinance, nothing agreed upon them that they said, and it's very important that we don't show support of each other and that Kody doesn't show support of us. No. It's favoritism. Kody would show her favoritism. He would favor her more than the other wives. He would give her more than the other wives, and they would get upset by it. But she's now saying it wasn't okay that he would show me support. He would buy me a huge playground in the backyard and get it all finished, and the other wives would just have dirt and gravel for the kids to play in. That was support. He was just supporting me. He would give me money to buy lots and lots of collections and have extra food and designer clothes. That was just showing love. The other wives didn't like it. Jealousy. Pure jealousy in our family. I don't know why we couldn't get along.
Care.
Lies. It wasn't okay to show care, she says. Lies. There was nothing in the family that said Kody was not allowed to show care to the wives in front of other wives. No care. It's important that you acted like you didn't care about any of them. I mean, he kind of did act like he didn't care about them until Robyn came. He cared about her. But he would take off and leave and not be around. He acted like he didn't care, a lot of the wives and that. He did a pretty good job of showing that he didn't care.
That's who he is.
But there certainly was nothing in their family that said he shouldn't show care. So that whole little mantra she had there at the end is lie, 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 liar. She has a little smile, smug face while she's saying it too. It makes me such a punchable face. Again, I've never punched anybody in my life. And I do not condone punching her, just for the record. Or anybody. She just really has a punchable face. It's kind of like a Cabbage Patch doll that you just want to... Okay.
A tender word.
Oh, a tender word. I forgot there's one more. I thought we were done. It was not, according to Robyn, in their family, it was not okay for the wives and Kody to share a tender word with each other in front of another wife. No, that was not okay. Do not say anything tender, kind, nice to each other. Be rough. Be brutal. That's the way to go.
That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
We are going to stop this right here, split this into 2 videos, because there's so much to talk about. I'll be back with the second part soon. I hope you enjoyed it. Any thoughts you have about it, put them down below. I'd love to hear what you think about all this stuff. You take care. Have a great day. God bless. Adios, and I'll see you next time. As always, love you, sister friends. Goodbye.